Hey guys, I'm going to try to show you a couple of things that I've been working with. I've updated the file for our, basically this is kind of like my painting test dummy. Um, Not really that complicated. It's just something I did with trying to follow like Master Xeon stuff back in the day. But it's, this is using the new stuff with the principled BSDF. And let me go ahead and drag this out. Let me explain how this works because I'm gonna give you the file. I'm gonna set it up on my Google Drive. Anyway, so the main one is your base metal, which is down here. I wonder if I can get that to just go to texture. Okay, so there's the base metal. Then there's the stencil. It's a white image and we're painting black on it. Then there's the color. That's the color that I painted. A couple different ways. It was all stuff done a while back. You can kind of see the dabs and stuff. It's not all that great. Then we have our bump map, which is doesn't have a lot going on there. Not yet. I was going to try to paint some stuff to see if maybe I can make something interesting. But we have our stencil mixed in so that there's some bump going on there with this math node. And then that's fed into the height there. And that's going into the normal, and I put it to the clear coat because I don't really know what I'm doing. And that all just feeds in. Now, this base metal is on this top socket, then the color goes there. So when we go to material, you'll see this. There's the stencil is dividing using the factor. So it's determining where the color shows up. And then we got this other thing going on where I'm using the same image I have for my environment. I have it set as a what I call a reflection map. It's set to reflection on the vector, and it's on a mix node, and it's set really low, 0.084. If I unmute that, you'll see that. So this I like to do sometimes because this is my this is just the material draw and not rendered. Rendered is a little bit different. I think with the rendered you could almost get away with not doing it. You see, well, not quite, because we're not using a lot of, we're not using like an actual gloss, but it still looks pretty good without it. But if you add that in, you get a really very easy way of getting these reflections. And this is something I learned from a long time ago on Elysian, watching a lot of the different people that were doing the stuff for the F1 tests and stuff. Anyway, so this looks pretty good for our render environment, and that's because in our world we're using a light path node. This is something that Derek Barker showed me how to do. You got a camera ray plugged into your factor for this color mix node. You have a dark color for the background, and this top socket has the same image that we used for this texture here. The anyway, it's like an HDRI kind of thing, and then that's run into the background. So if we just did this, then you'd see the image in the background. And that's cool and everything, but it's easier to do that. So actually, yeah, you need to see that. If you don't have that going, even though you have a strength of 2, this color is going to be the color of the lighting, so that you're going to get this dark environment. Maybe you want that, but if you run that image, you're going to get the lighting from that environment image. So what I wanted to show you, since we're working with this, so I wanted to go to texture paint. And we're going to actually add another image. So I need to make one, and I can go to another material. Okay. We're in the material mode. That way we can actually paint. And our active is going to be I think I need to, like I said, I want to add another one. So we're going to have to do the adding first. So for right now, I'm just going to bring up the stencil as being my active for paint. And then I'm going to use the UV texture editor pop-up. And here we know it's 2K, 2048 by 2048. And I'm going to add a new image. Image new. And I'm going to leave it black. I'm going to call this roughness. Oh, can't even spell today. Okay. I'm going to save that to desktop. Okay, and so we're gonna paint on this. One thing I wanted to show you really fast is something that I did just last night and today, was that now we have this little panel down here. It shows that the active image is roughness. So first thing I can do is I can get the size, and then if I want to change it, I like both of them and increase it, hit resize. It'll actually increase the scale of the image. And then you can save it like that, or you can get size again. Sorry, Alt R, get it back to where it was. Get size, and it puts it back to where it was, and that'll agree with this. So this part's something that's a work in progress. Anyway, we've already saved the image. Now I'm going to bring that into here by making a copy of our bump. I'm going to put it right here, and it's going to be a pain in the booty. Okay, and this is going to be that one, and we're going to run that into the roughness. And I think that this is supposed to work with just the white. And I've got some brushes I wanted to check out. Scratches, sun bleach, stencil. Kind of hard to see. I'm not really sure what I'm getting out of this. I'm not sure if it should have been white. Okay, so I'm going to change the color with the fill tool. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna maximize this out to where we can see what we're doing. But now as I paint in, you can see, oops. Turn that off. I don't need that. So we can paint in a bit of roughness. So you get that break up there. And I want to see what we're doing. You'll see that it's coming out that way. And that's from a brush that I made. And I've got packaged in this. Oh, you got this, the distorted noise, and it's got this wet color ramp. So I'm gonna try one of the other ones. Sun bleaching. So it kind of adds in some different values there. You get a different kind of feel for it. See? It adds more of a grayness to it, depending on how it's using. It's using a very the clouds texture is kind of mixed. You get some interesting stuff going on there. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of running. I think I'm starting to get the flu. Okay, stencil break. You can see it over here. So now remember, we're only affecting the roughness right now. And that's it. So you can actually kind of paint some of the stuff to be and I'm still learning this, so I'm not trying to show you that I know how to do it. I'm trying to show you that I've been experimenting with it, and maybe somehow might be some way that this could help out somebody. So I'm doing some scratching here. Kind of get a little bit like that. Now the thing is, we can also go to our stencil and then work with some of this as well. Like the other ones. Now I would like to, yeah, I like this one, the Breaking Clouds. I like the way that it's kind of almost like an acid, because it does just that. It actually kind of does that. And I was worrying, somebody keeps reminding me that somebody was working on like trying to paint multiple channels. And I don't know how that they were meaning by that, but I think that if you were doing something like that, you would actually be doing something like where you would be maybe on something like this, where you've got your stencil. You might mix that with your, oh, that's labeled wrong. That's rough. I've been trying to label this stuff too, so I'm going to try to make sure I've got that done. So control up arrow. Okay. So maybe we take copy this ad, bring this down so I can use it. Bring this in here. Bring the stencil in there too. And run that to roughness. And control back up. And I'm not really sure if that's what it should be doing. Maybe I should be multiplying it. But it's could be the other way. Anyway, I'll have to work that out. But on the stencil, turn on, do some stuff like this. The way that's set up is it's using this procedural texture mask, view plane, and it's just set to view. But the way it's done with the pressure, strength's low, radius is pretty big, so it's the actual pressing, the how you press it works. Also remember you can just switch and you can kind of do this number, and that kind of does some crazy stuff too, because you've got these things going on with the how the gradient works. This is when it's where it's using the gradient to press. So the harder you press, the different effects you get. Okay, well anyway, I think I'm wasting enough time. Anyway, I'm going to save this. This is still too much, I think. Selection map probably needs to be down quite a bit. There, just enough to where you can see it, but it's not too crazy. I didn't want to have it too much going on, but just enough to where you can see it. Okay, and I'm going to save it. File, data, back all into blend. Well, I'm going to lose the changes, so you're not going to get what I've done. You're going to have to paint it on your own, but that's actually pretty cool. Okay, and it'll already have this one brush loaded up, so all you got to do is come in and go to the stencil and start working. All right, and also don't forget, you got the roughness. You can paint the roughness and get in there to work on getting some really cool looking texture. And eventually I'll learn how the PBR works, and maybe I'll be able to do the 2.8 stuff too. All right, thanks a lot guys. Have fun, and let me know how it works.